Okay, greetings everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm still around. Yeah, let's play some Dead Grid. Let's jump back into regular streaming. It's finally time to do that after a way too long a break. We're going to check out Dead Grid. Content Update 6. Yeah, it's been, I think it's been exactly a year. I went and checked real quick, and the last time I played it was well, almost a year. I think we're just a couple weeks short of a year. I think it was like first week of February. I played it last year. I enjoyed my time with it. It's one of those smaller single dev type zombie games. I do enjoy these. They do bring me happiness. And this one was pretty cool. So it's had quite a significant update. A lot of graphics overhauls, UI overhauls, content updates, balancing, new stuff added, just all sorts of stuff. So, I already know I'm going to enjoy my time with it, but I want to see just what's been changed. We'll start a brand new run, so people that didn't see the previous live streams can check it out. Very reasonably priced for what it offers, so it's a $10, I believe, on Steam. And yeah, let's have some fun with Dead Grid. So we're going to let's see as I fumble around my setup. I've changed my setup a bit. Gone should be the days of issues with monitor stuff and streamer life stuff that I constantly complained about. I have a solution finally. All right, we're going to go new game. Yep, early access. I know, stuff might be broke. Yep, that's fine.
Just need to reload and I'm ready to go.
All right, so we're going to pick a character to be us. And there are 4 classes in the game: Leader, Commando, Enforcer, Tactician. There's actually a 5th one. I won't get into it right now, though. It's kind of complicated. I don't remember enough details about it. But each of them provide different kind of bonuses to the group that will eventually form as we hire more people into our mercenary squad. But initially, it's just going to be one character, one person. So we're going to be Vorm. And I think I'll just stick with the leader. So grant extra attacks on the same turn, boost the damage of all mercs in play, restore the health and stamina of your squad, and manipulate enraged enemies to greatly reduce their damage. Class traits: all mercs can attack immediately when entering combat, and the leader mercs cannot run out of stamina and become exhausted. All right, so it's an offense support kind of a role. That's opposed to the commando, who specializes in sharp melee weapons, handguns, assault rifles, submachine guns, can toss a free frag grenade on occasion, and Molotov cocktails, intercept enemies with powerful melee attacks, and then firearms equipped on commando mercs never jam, as well as giving free ammo on occasion to other mercs. The Enforcer is kind of the defense tank specialist. So they specialize in blunt weapons, shotguns, special attacks with shields, and high chance to stun the enemy. And then the Tactician, he's the support role that is control abilities, basically. So distract, confuse, and blind the enemies, deploy area explosives, special attacks with sniper rifles, bows, and crossbows, and reducing the cooldown times of skills, making their use more frequent. All cool for various reasons, and we could tailor our guy a little bit, but I don't really care. Put our name back in and proceed. All right, pick a difficulty. So I'm somewhat familiar with the game, but it has been a month or a year, so I am going to have to remember quite a bit about it. I did like a 5-minute run yesterday just to refamiliarize some of the basics, but there's a lot of stuff I still need to remember, and he's made some changes to the game. We're not going to play normal. I'm going to at least go veteran. I might go apocalypse. So easy, normal, veteran, you can swap between in-game whenever you want, but as soon as you hit apocalypse and extinction, you can't change the difficulty after you've selected it. And I know in addition, if you pick either of the bottom 2 options, it skips the kind of tutorial intro section and just gives you some resources that you would get in that section anyway and lets you loose. I don't know if I want to do Apocalypse first, though. Bosses spawn with double their intended hit points. Yeesh. Yeah, let's go with veteran. I might abandon the run after I get things figured out and then restart an apocalypse, depending on how I feel things are going and my comfort level. But let's go ahead and do veteran. Proceed. All right, so the squad of me tutorial. Get a starter weapon, complete the tutorial. Yep. So we're here, and all we're doing really is picking our path along the map route. Occasionally there will be branches on the map nodes. But for this one, it's just we're going to walk straight down the road and do the things it tells us to do. Entering area. Drag the Merc on the weapon to pick it up. So we have found a melee weapon. The game uses kind of a card-based system or interface, but it's not really a card game, so don't get confused about what you're seeing. It just uses a familiar format. I mentioned this in some other game we were playing semi-recently, and this was the one I was comparing it back to when I said I'd played another game where it uses a card format, but it's not really a card game. But what's showing here is we have this top row where enemies are going to show up, as well as sometimes items we can loot or storage containers we can break into for stuff. Our group is going to be on the bottom section. We have info things over here, which I'll get into later, but they just want me to learn how to do that. So we now have a wooden plank, and we're going to equip it on that character. He now has a wooden plank. Lots of good stat information. He's definitely improved the information access and the UI for seeing it. I don't think we used to be able to mouse wheel up and down on these screens. But we got various stats. We're showing our basic damage with our weapon, shows our hit points there. This is the durability level for the weapon, the melee weapon that we're using. Green is our stamina level. And then you can see in the pop-up all sorts of stuff. But let's just end our turn, get a zombie out on the board. Hey, zombie, we got hit. All right, you can instruct your Merc to attack once per turn, attack the enemy. So right now I only have a single weapon. I'm just going to drag my character onto the target that I want to hit. If I highlight that, it says it's Starving Bill. 30% accuracy, 10% crit chance, 1 damage, and 6 hit points. And it's got a few modifiers. He's using his nails, which has a bleed chance. He's got the pathogen, so he might infect me. Because it's a tutorial monster, he's got reduced damage and hit points. And he causes a little bit of noise when he attacks, which has the chance of drawing other zombies into the fight. All you do to fight, though, is pick your character you want to fight with and then drag it onto whoever you want to attack. You can right-click to change from melee weapon to ranged weapon. I don't have a ranged weapon yet, so we'll do that. We actually scored a crit. Our durability went down 1 point. So melee weapon lost the durability. So you got to be careful with your melee weapons. There are ways to repair them during fights, but sometimes you'll get into these long chained fights where you have to go through like half a dozen different locations and fight all the zombies at every single location before you can quote unquote leave that area. And that means that your melee weapons get trashed as you're traveling through those kind of grouped sections, and you've got to have ways of getting them repaired or have alternates or find other melee weapons, because you might find yourself 3/4 of the way through and the last durability goes out on your melee weapon and suddenly it's totally useless for the rest of the fight. So, you know, things to keep an eye on. Yeah, end turn. So there's one more monster in this area, and we got hit one more time. Area cleared. And then we just move to the next area. Things are going to get a lot more complicated here eventually, so it's very simplistic at this stage. It will not be so simplistic here in a short bit. So we have another loot container shown by the little box right here. It's a container we can interact with for loot. Sometimes you'll have containers while you have monsters out. You can always loot the containers after you kill all the monsters, generally. I think there's some situations where you need to get rid of certain containers or barriers. Can't remember exactly how it worked. Well, we'll see it when we get to it, but just realize on occasion you might need to interact with this while you're getting pummeled by enemies, but they want me to loot it. But we found a Snubby 44. We'll go ahead and loot it. Now we have two options. We've got our Snubby 44 showing on the right side and our plank on the left, and if I right-click the character, he'll switch back and forth. And it highlights in yellow which side, which weapon he's got, as well as the graphic changing. So now we've got, 12 noise if we fire it, 15 damage, 16 rounds of ammo. 10% crit chance still. Oh, we're okay. That's it. Here come the zombies. That time the zombie missed. His accuracy is only 30%, so that's not a surprise. Let's just keep beating people to death for now. Okay, a tutorial event. So that's an event card, and we're finding some goodies. So we got some bandages that we can use. Intern. Alright, get me out of this tutorial stuff. Actually, the tutorial goes for a while because they want to introduce me to a bunch of systems. Alright, mission complete. So, lots of stats, lots of numbers. You know, good stuff. Let's see how much loot we made, how much glory, how many skills went up. For rank gains on skills. Then we show the loot haul for the map area that we just completed. So we got our plank, our snubby, some bandages, and we found an ammo card apparently.
We have much to do.
Okay, so this is the map. I think it's the only map in the game currently. I don't know if he's going to implement another map before release. The chat I read in the Steam screen or Steam discussion forums indicated he's just one major update away from getting the game finished up. So I'm not sure what's going on there, if this will always be the only map to play on or if there's plans for more. I thought originally there was going to be other maps, but even here you can highlight. Pine Valley, region story is still under development. Game is just a couple updates away from one. You can unlock and repeat all available missions. Last mission in early access is Tunnel East, which should take you to another map. So, I don't know if that's still the plan or not. They want me to go to the gear screen so they can teach me things. So this is the in-between missions screens. We got the map for the missions. We can go to a gear and outfitting area, skill level ups, talking to various survivors we've unlocked who can do various things, and a lab where we can do some other types of increases for our characters' capabilities. They want me to go to the shop for the camp trader. No problem. Got a couple of weapons stored away. You can have them for free. Okay. He's got 2,093 trader supplies. We can buy, sell, or buy back something we accidentally sold. We can immediately buy it back. Go ahead and give me that. So we got +1. They gave me a shovel. We have a shovel level 1 sharp weapon. So weaponry and items in general are divided into rarity tiers or capability tiers. So it'll go from degraded to like normal to, I don't remember all the terms they use, but it is the typical ARPG type progression of rarity levels. The way that you can increase them other than finding a new item at a higher upgrade level is you can combine two items of the same level into one item of the next level up, which is what they're going to show here because I've got 2 of these shovels now, so they're going to teach me how to do this. Cards which can be upgraded. As soon as you click on this, if you have an option to upgrade something, meaning it goes and looks and see if you have 2 of something that qualifies, then you can just click here, click upgrade, clink, clank, clonk, and we have a standard shovel now. Now they want to show me how to equip it. So instead of our plank, we're going to put our shovel into that position. So this is our primary character's position. We will be able to recruit other people into our party, and you can have a stable of mercs that can go out on various missions. And there's other slots that we can install things into, lots of info and lots of places. What do they want me to do now? They want to go back to missions. New survivor has joined your shelter. Yep, that we know. We've got a mission log, what we did on day 1, doing the tutorial missions and who we unlocked and so on. So this is the mission screen, the gear screen we just looked at. We have a skills screen, so you pick which character that you're going to be upgrading or which class that you're going to be upgrading. Each class has its own tree, and you have to both level the general part of the class skill as well as by tier upgrades. So there's 5 unlocks possible here, and it gets better and better each time. So number 1, for calm down, you get no rage gain for 2 turns, then 3 turns, then 4 turns, and so on. And you don't know what rage gain is, but don't worry about it. Just realize that there's actually two different things you're leveling. You're leveling the general category, and then you have to also spend points individually on these different things. And you can do them out of order, other than the general category, and you have to reach the certain benchmarks in order to qualify to upgrade the associated level. We don't have any points right now to worry about, just kind of showing it off. Then we have various survivors, and the survivors, you know, have backgrounds, and they unlock various things for you to be available. You can also level your kind of reputation with them, and that when you do that, certain survivors are associated with certain map locations, and they can give you passive, kind of randomized bonuses while you're in that area doing missions. So there might be one who you have a 10% chance per combat encounter of them taking a sniper shot and shooting something that you're fighting for you to help you out. That kind of thing. So getting them unlocked and found and leveling up your reputation and getting access to their bonuses on the various maps is a thing. And then the lab does other stuff. We'll get into the lab stuff later. All right, so back to the missions. They want to send me to this place. So this is the area where they put the NPCs. So you can see here for Slade, items can go on sale for up to 10% off. Gain 1 favor point for any completed missions. The favor points are how you basically level up your reputation with them. Area intel. Complete this mission to gain location intel. 1 point each run. Spend intel to obtain survivor assistance on future repeats. So the game expects you to redo areas. It's just part of the gameplay. And in the tutorial, you're limited to how many times you can redo the tutorial areas before you have to move out into the real map, quote unquote. But repeating areas for favor unlocks for the...
We have much to do.
For favor...
We have much to do. We have much to do.
Okay, I'll stop putting in. Doing repeating missions to get favor points or to get access to particular... more likely items that might be at a particular location is a thing. You'll kind of see as we get moving. So it also shows a recommended squad power. Squad power is only a guideline. You can attempt missions even if your squad power is below the recommended value. Remember to upgrade your gear and bring consumables. Experiment with skills to find effective combos. So we have a recommended squad power of 6, and right here it shows what our actual current squad power is computed to be by the whatever ratings and formulas they use. But it's just giving me some basic info about the mission, so in we go. Okay, new mission area. So march down the line. Everything where the blue question mark is a location, we're going to get some kind of an encounter. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 total. Okay, so now we're getting into a little more of the regular game. We now have an option to select from these choices here. I don't have any cards in my hand yet, but we're being told we can select one card. We can either pick Find Gadget. It's an area of opportunity, played at no AP action point cost. Search the area for a 20% chance to discover a gadget item. With no room in hand, cards will be added to the overflow deck to draw on another turn. We have plenty of room in our hands, so that won't be an issue. But basically, I can click this and it just rolls a die, and there's a 20% chance we'll get a gadget. Good visibility increases the hit chance of all mercs in play by 3%. Has a 10-turn cooldown. That one has a 10-turn cooldown. And then stay alert. Unaware enemies cannot be alerted by noise at the start of the enemy's turn for 1 to 3 turns. And remove 50 noise on use. Right now we're at 10 out of 500 noise. Affects the number of enemies to spawn at the start of the turn. Accumulated noise has a chance to alert distant enemies to your location, which is what these cards are. Alerted distant enemies. So basically, each location we go into, depending on your difficulty level, you'll have a certain number of enemies in this deck of cards, and it just draws one at a time unless some special effect or something causes more to be drawn. But if I don't kill this guy immediately, he'll draw this for the next round, and there'll be 2 zombies out in play. And then if noise gets to a certain level, it starts rolling dice, whether or not any of the cards over here will get added in and also join the fight. So you got to be careful of your noise level. Going hot with a bunch of big bang bang can backfire on you, but sometimes you've got to do what you got to do. All right, so it's turn 1. Initiative is a board taunt used to bring additional enemies into combat. The number of uses is equal to the mercs in play at the start of your turn. You can pull one enemy from the threat area, increase enemy range by 10%, restore 10% stamina, and generates a bunch of noise. Distant enemies taunted this way are shuffled into the imminent threat if the board is full. So basically, I can purposely try to draw additional zombies into a fight to get more experience and possible item drops and things like that. Over here, we have the amount of noise that's going to be added to the noise gauge at the end of each turn. We currently have 1 action point. I believe this goes up by 1 each round, so it'll just keep accumulating because there are some things that cost multiple action points, and you have to basically wait to use the bigger ones until some time has passed. Explosion damage bonus, the overflow deck if we have a handful of cards, our supply list, and our picked up ammo for stuff we found. And then finally, the regional noise, difference between total accumulated noise reduced and generated. The overall world map or regional map, it has kind of a sliding scale depending on how noisy you are during the missions. The scale will either go to the left or go to the right if you've been quiet or you've been loud. And depending on where it's at on that scale currently, you get different randomized bonuses applied to all your combats in that area, and then it re-rolls or it reshuffles that every certain period of time, which adds some variability to the circumstances on the maps. And then we could try to run away, but we're not going to do that. All right, let's, none of these are really, these two aren't really useful to me this early in the fight, so I'll just take the chance on the gadget. We got an area map. Hey, we succeeded. We made the roll. So gadget plus 25% chance of finding supplies instead of junk. Can be equipped on a Merc's gadget gear slot in camp. Combine 2 copies to turn it up into a standard version. All right. Oh, I see. Controls a toggle, huh? All right. So, yeah, you know. Let's go ahead and smite this guy. Well, we'll just use our shovel. Oh, I forgot. I had it on the gun. I already screwed up. Now I got 2 zombies. Okay, they're still in tutorial mode. Yeah, they're still in reduced damage and hit point mode. These guys are pretty much identical. We got Starving James and Starving Luther. The word at the beginning, the starving part, is going to indicate kind of their category. All the zombies kind of fit into different categories, so you kind of learn as you play which ones have which abilities. But you definitely want to pay attention because right now they're bog standard simple, but they're going to start having more and more dangerous and varied types that we're going to be fighting, and you'll definitely have to start picking and choosing carefully what you target when. For now, it doesn't really make a difference, so... Zombie with a box on his head. So he's got a little hat symbol right here, and if we look at him, he's blinded because he's wearing a box on his head, so he's got a minus 70% hit chance, 20% chance to lose focus and skip his own attack. Yeah, so, you know, he's silly. So he's less dangerous than him, so we'll get rid of that guy. Oh. Another cards choice. So that's on cooldown. We can't pick that because we picked it last time and not enough turns have gone by. Silent tactics. Adjust your tactics. Reduce the current noise by 50%. We're at 58 currently. Or find some food. Let's just find some food. We got some cocoa caramel. So various bonuses. Restore stamina, which can be really important. Like right now, we're kind of yellow stamina. It's a bit of a push-pull system. In melee, we use durability on our item very quickly, and we also burn up our stamina depending on the type of weapon we're wielding. Big, heavy weapons that do a bunch of damage usually also burn a bunch of your stamina, and you can actually tap out your stamina, especially once you got some enemy effects starting to hit you from specialized zombies. So you have to be careful of your stamina usage, swapping between the weapons. The stamina loss and the quick durability loss is the negatives of the melee side, and on the range side, it's all the noise that's generated that could pull in additional enemies. So there's reasons why you might want to use either or, plus you have the ammo limitation is the other problem, quote unquote, with the ranged. So it's an interesting enough system, especially once you start getting into the other zombie types. Makes for some cool choices. We'll just stay on melee. Oh, we didn't kill him. All right. We got some common supplies. 29 supplies added onto our list here. Area cleared. All right, medical supplies. Greedy Scout. Impatiently search the area for more loot and select up to 2 rewards. Find a basic shield. I'll take the Greedy Scout. Unfortunately, we have to wait till round 3. It takes 3 AP for me to activate this, so I don't have the AP to use it quite yet. We have a white van for loot. We have a Slade's truck. This is kind of a quest location item. Once we get some quests from Slade, we'll have to come back here and loot his truck for a particular item. For now, though, this guy is different. He's got a backpack icon. Backpack drops loot on death. Well, there you go. Just some supplies. I think that was us leveling up. The horn noise. Hey now. Wow, they both hit me. Let's... What are we at? Restore stamina. Not really critical. Find me some explosives. Nope, we got some junk. One hit point left. Alright, we've got a gold ring. Just sells for some cash and some instant coffee. Various effects. Consumable. Draw loot. Draw a selected card or stash until the end of this mission. Selected loot is collected in both cases. Oh, I got to pick one or the other. That's what it's doing. Okay. I'll take the coffee, I guess. Tack gloves, duct tape, or MOLG. I think it's large ammo. I think it's small, medium, large ammo. They just give general designations for the caliber. That's a crafting item. Oh no, that's a repair item. So like the durability on my shovel, I could use this to repair 20% of the durability. Or we can get some tack gloves, 5% chance to parry. Let's just go with, I'll go with the repair item. All right, looted, area cleared. And let's go ahead and take the side trip over into the field. Zombie with a box again. We're at 28 accumulated noise. What do we got? 85, 15, and 50, huh? I'll take the 15% chance. Oh, do we get 2? Hey, we got another wooden plank. And an army flask. Wow, we scored on both. Nice. I forgot to use my ability last time. Oh well. Let's see. Just hit him in the head. Junk. Suitcase, huh? Painkillers. Restore 25% hit points, 10% stamina. Auto consume unequipped Merc when hit points drops to 1. Yeah, but I have to have it equipped in one of his equipment slots that we do back at base for that to work. Cool though. We're starting to get a bit much in our hand size here. Ah, he skipped his turn. And he turned his... Oh, he spun back around. Yeah, we're getting too lucky at finding stuff. Random item of decent value or a gadget. Full hand. Yeah. I thought you could... More supplies. All right, sound is not an issue. So we got a decaying hand. Oh. Another guy with a hat. He's armored. He's got the armor symbol and the hat symbol because he's got a metal trash can on his head. Armored melee weapons take 2 extra durability damage on hit. Oh, I broke my shovel. Guess we're going gunfire. Dog food.
Killing spree.
Killing spree bonus. So, I mentioned at the beginning, this is one of those single dev type projects. I really like the interface. He's done a really great job of organizing the information, giving you very, very useful pop-ups for pretty much anything you point at. So, mad props for putting in the effort to actually put up a UI that looks good and functions really well. All right, sure, find a gadget. Bone remains. Trusty sidearm eliminated 50 undead using a pistol. Well, not with this one run. Sure, why not? We have a good visibility bonus. Improved hit chance plus 3%. Bonus XP. But I was mentioning killing spree here. Consecutive kills made by attacks start a killing spree. Further kills grant plus 1 XP per attack or per stack. Unsuccessful attacks reduce the spree. And that means you actually have to kill it in a single attack. So as soon as you start only doing partial damage, it's hard to keep racking up the killing sprees. Yep, you're all done. Area cleared. Final area.
Careful, these guys are tough.
Hey there, Slade. Slade Woodworth. All right, so we have our tactical advantage. We get to pick 2, huh? Where did our stuff in our hand go?
All right, you know what to do.
All skills on cooldown. You must wait another turn. Ooh. Find ranged weapons. 15% chance, huh? Sure. Nope. All right, 2 bad guys. Torn boot.
Oh, that like it hurt. Starting to get the hang of it.
Select 2, huh? Let's go for an accessory and medical supplies. We got the medical supplies, bandages, and trash for the other one. Missed! Accuracy 80/90%. I'm not sure what that actually... Oh, current and max. Current 80, max 90. Got it. Something is lowering my accuracy. Not sure why I would be at 80 current versus 90 max. I don't know what's causing that 10% difference.
Why did we go here again?
Plastic shield. And more bandages. Okay. That is it for this mission area. So we got 393 items worth of just general loot and supplies. Earned some glory. Slayed some enemies. I assume that's supposed to be 19 slain enemies. Slade does have a use as a word, but not quite in that context, I don't think. Skills. 1 Merc rank earned, 3 training points, 5 total skill points. Back to camp. Loot haul. And we got some stuff. Not bad. 2 pages worth. Hey, we got brass knuckles as a bonus. Accessory item. Parried attacks reflect 100% of enemies' damage. Nice. Put it on somebody that can parry.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
So here's that thing I was talking about in regards to the overworld map. Region noise bar. So we're at 568 and 583. So we are a little loud during our current adventures we've had. So it's increased to the right. And that does this. MG study. Plus 5% chance to drop an armory upgrade card from kills with a machine gun. Expires in 2 days. So various little bonus slots are available on each side. And I assume the further you go in one direction or the other, more bonuses of that side will open up. So we have assignments now. Slade's tool assignment and the gas up assignment. We'll grab those. Fame achievements earned for being awesome in the apocalypse. Trusty sidearm. Eliminate 50 using a pistol. All right, let's go back to here first. Go to the trader. We'll say sell. We apparently have 2 items that are considered considered just valuables. They don't have any function other than selling them for cash. So I can sort. Damage, quality, value, item level, durability, and ammo. A lot of choices. We'll go ahead and tell them to sell the valuables, whatever they were. We gained a little bit to our total supply level. Alright, I'm not going to buy anything here yet. They want me to go to skills so we can kind of show this section. Alright, so this is the leader section. Now these skills apply to, I believe, their class unlocks. So if I had like 2 leaders in my group, they would both benefit from whatever I've invested in here, if I remember right. That's why it doesn't show like a specific character. It's showing that Vorm is in this category. But if I had multiple squad members that were leaders, like Vorm got messed up and I had to swap to somebody else for some reason, or somebody else had other combos that I thought would be more valuable in a particular mission, anybody that I have that is a leader class gets these upgrades. So we have 5 points available, and Yeah, I can spend them and refund them also. You can basically respec kind of on the fly. It's got the lock symbol here until I spend enough points in the general category to purchase a specialization. So if we go click, click, the little filled in bar now meets that, and this becomes available for me to purchase. I can only buy the first 3 ranks, and then ranks 4 and 5, you have to actually max out the general category before you're allowed to buy those final ranks. But if I took this, it would be enemy undead loses all rage and no longer gains rage for X turns. Rage is kind of a meter or metric that certain of the enemies have that buff them when they go into a rage frenzy. So it's good to be able to calm down the enemy. It's one of the abilities of the leader. We have dental work. Target enemy gets the following: damage reduced by X, frenzy chance reduced by X, remove chance to the infect. So we get a 30%, 40%, 50%, 60%, 70%. Entangle. Enemy undead has an X% chance to be stunned at the start of their turn, starting at 30% for even rank 1. But they also have long cooldowns when you use these abilities, so you got to keep an eye on the cooldown value at the bottom of each of these pop-ups. Vulnerability. Double all damage against a target undead. X% chance to also apply on a random adjacent enemy. So you could basically target a particular enemy for your squad, and you all get double damage against them with, at level 5, an 80% chance to also apply it to one of the random adjacent enemies. Long cooldown. And then finally, Mass Calm. All undead in play lose their rage and no longer gain rage for X turns. So everybody on the field, no rage gain for a certain number of turns, which is pretty powerful, especially once we get into the mix with the other stuff. They all have different groupings. We don't have any characters in the other ones. I won't go over all this other stuff until we get to them, but it makes for pretty cool mixes. So, I think I might skip the calm down and go straight for dental or entangle. So I'm just going to put 5 points into the category, not take any of the specialization stuff. Survivors. Hey there, Ned. Pine Valley local, a farmer. Ned owns a farm, or he lived with his wife Estelle. During the apocalypse, he barricaded the area with barbed wire and kept to himself. Undead eventually broke through, feasted on the livestock, and surrounded the barn where Ned and Estelle took shelter. Estelle got bit during the attempt to flee. She succumbed to her infection and still roams the farm looking for Ned. Nice. And then Slade, who's the trader guy. All right, let's go back to gear. So a mail order katana, 378. I only have 177 currently. Sort by value. All right, that way I can just see stuff that I can actually afford. And is it sorting by? Oh, it's going top down. Okay, yeah, most expensive. I can't afford much, so we're not going to worry about buying stuff. Anytime you have items you haven't looked at yet in a category, it pops this little new indicator, just so you're aware. So we have 2 wooden planks. We could go to the upgrade screen and upgrade our wooden planks. We're using a shovel right now, but, you know. Level 3 versus a level 1. They're the same rarity, so I can combine them, but I don't remember what happens with the level difference.
Awesome.
Well, it's back to level 1. Oh, this is the new one. So it's level 3. All right. Our area map, so there's slots that we can put things in. We have to reach rank 4 before we can use some of these slots. 3 for that one, 4 for that one. And we have backpack slots for consumables. So there's an auto button also. So if I go down to consumables, for example, we have all these consumables. I can just hit auto equip, and then it'll put in what it recommends. So it put bandages in those 2 slots. Let's take one bandage out and throw, yeah, just throw some coffee in. That's pretty much all the slots we've got. Let's go to the training screen. So as you do things, you gain levels for your character outside of those skill bonuses. You can actually improve your capabilities on all the different weapon systems, and it includes shields as a weapon system for that one class. Pretty much you just, level it up and you get the listed bonuses. So if I hit the plus here, it's going to increase the shield's crit rate, the shield's durability, and reduce the noise on every attack. We're currently using, sharp weapon, mostly for our melee. So again, increase crit chance, weapon durability, and reduce the noise. And you can take it up to a certain level. So let's just, we're using pistol and sharp weapon currently. Let's go with... Yeah, we'll just put it all in there. And you can respec. 6 reputation points on a full respec. We are now level 3 in that category. Okay, we've done skills, we've done gear. Nothing I can really afford. Longbow and another snubby 44. Level 3 standard. We're using what? Level 3 degraded. So I couldn't combine them. Alright, I think we can get through with the generic stuff that we've got. Now you can also refresh the market. So complete any mission to earn favor points with Slade. Buy any item with a value of 50 supplies or more to gain 1 favor. They restock every day, but you can also purchase a stock refresh. So it scrambles the items and you have a chance to buy something else. We'll leave it alone for now though. Alright. Let's do this stuff. So Slade's tools. I could use your help. Left some tools at the abandoned house where we first met and like to get them back. There's only one problem. Too many undead surrounded the area. Can you do it for me? Retrieve tools from mission Meet Slade. Rewards. A mail order katana. Slade's custom pistol and supplies. So heck yeah. Oh, I have to pick one. I don't think I have to pick it now. Why does it have the check mark? Huh. Frequent jams guaranteed to fire eventually. 35% chance to restore 1 ammo on every shot. Alright. 3 ammo per attack. 25% jam chance for 2 turns. Youch. Yeah, I think I might just go with the katana. Although we could probably... I mean, it only sells for 83. Yeah, we'll keep it on that check mark. I don't know if I pick when it finishes or if this actually... You have to pick this ahead of time. I don't remember that. And then gas up. Also a katana with a cork 9S. Only a 7% jam chance. But it's also not super fancy. Or supplies. Alright, gas up is low on fuel, left a bunch of siphon gas on my last run of the gas station, asking to bring back some. You need to deal with lots of undead. So collect 4 gas cans at the gas station. Gas station's up ahead of us, I believe. So, help Slade. End tutorial. Oh, nope, that is the gas station coming up next. 9+ though. We're still at squad power 6. Where was... Yeah, we have to discover new locations to get another slot. I don't remember where I hire new people. Not training. Ah, new recruits. Nobody on the list. Completing different missions for the first time can attract new mercs to your camp. Alright, so we don't have any mercs to choose from yet. Let's go back and do this one again.
We have much to do. We have much to do.
So now we have deploys barbed wire on combat encounters, dealing damage to undead moving through. 4% of total hit points.
We have much to do.
All right. So I need to be a little more cautious about durability loss on my my shovel. 2020 and 85, huh? Yeah, let's grab some food. We got a crit chance of 13% and we scored it. Son, you got a trash can on your head. Nope, junk. A little bit of supply value, but otherwise junk. Ugh. Wow. 80%. Smelly trash. There's the truck. Ooh, surprise attack. Random Merc in play performs a melee strike against a random enemy, dealing 150% damage while removing an additional 25 noise. 15 cooldown. A dead-end shield. We're not really the class to use a shield. Attack gloves, ammo, and just some cash. Ooh, handy tools. Collected for assignment, Slade's tools. Now we can go silent. Cut that noise down a bit. Dude's missing a lot. Pliers. 10% durability of equipped weapon or shield for 2 turns. Used on undead mercs, repair durability of left and right hands. Okay. All right, our noise level is low. I'm down to 9 shots. Got a flashlight, random valuable. And we're getting low on my durability on that as well. So that could get pretty scary, getting low on durability for my only melee weapon and getting short on bullets before we got another fight after this one. And I really don't want to go with knives. Final area.
Careful. These guys are tough. Killing spree.
Oh, I got one more use on my shovel.
All right, you know what to do.
One zombie to go. Choco bar. Alright, made it out with one swing on the shovel and 4 bullets. More bandages. Alright, first mission complete. Now I get to pick. Kind of figured. I guess we'll go with custom. Now he wants iron rebar. I haven't seen iron rebar as a loot item yet, so I wonder if it's going to start showing up there. Or if it's random from like the truck loot from that place we just came out of. But a heavy lid shield, a longbow, and just 85 supplies. Alright, we'll keep an eye out. Gear, sell, market, and sell. Sell valuables are up to 390. That pistol sells for 247. Stone club. Ooh, large backpack. %30 chance to prevent bleed from an undead strike. %3 chance to cripple with sharp melee weapons. Bonus XP. Standard snubbies. 2 standard snubbies. I could buy them both and combine them. But theoretically, we're going to maybe use this gun. See how often it jams, which we know how often it's going to jam because it tells us.
Awesome.
Upgradable bandages. Upgrades to morphine. Oh, suddenly we're up to squad power 8. Man, I really want to improve my melee weapon. No sharp weapons, huh? Fine-tuned water pipe. Lockpicks. Oh. Oh. We don't have the slot unlocked yet.
This will be easy.